Hi, guys. Welcome back. My name is Maria. If you are new here, this is Conversations with Mother Earth. And today, starting off the week strong, I want to speak about Mother Earth, the Earth again, of course, because this is something that I very much love to talk about. And I mentioned in my Sophia Sunday episode that it's been on my top 5 list to dive into the Akashic Records and understand plants and plant medicine and how they speak to us vibrationally and what they're here to teach us. And I mean, all of the other, any other lowdown, yummy messages we can get about the plants themselves, the medicine that they hold, the beauty that they share, kind of just this effortlessness that they offer us, and how they comfort us as humans, and why so many people are drawn to them, right? There's something magical about plants and flowers and vegetation in general. Trees even can fall into that. And at one point, I think even months and months ago, I had thought to myself, wouldn't it be cool to understand like the significance of certain types of flowers? So what does a poppy give us versus what does a tulip give us versus what does, I don't know, a daisy, right? Like, I think everything probably has its, since everything is unique, right? Everything probably gives us something a little bit different. Now, I don't know if that's possible to dig in. I don't know if there's something different there for each. I can dig in and pick up something different for each of those specific plants. I don't know. I haven't tried yet. Oh my gosh, think about vegetables even. The things that I'm growing in my backyard right now, tomatoes and peas and beans and cucumbers and sunflowers, like all of those things speak to us at all times. Anytime we're around, they're giving off their own unique vibration. I think it's vibration, right? And interacting with our own electromagnetic field and affecting us in ways that we can't see, but can be felt sometimes. And maybe not cognizantly, but we're interacting at all times. At one point, last summer, I remember I was walking and I had kind of one of those like ahas as I'm walking past some of my favorite trees in the neighborhood. That's one of my favorite things to do, is visit with the trees and just be present with them and say hi to them. At one point, I understood that when we walk past a plant, when we walk past a tree over and over again, say you walk the same route over and over again, multiple times a week, that tree, that plant recognizes and picks up on our unique energy, our unique vibration, our own code. And so every time we walk by it, it kind of dings us and say, oh, I recognize you. Or as you know, more and more we do it. Oh, I recognize you, and begins to interact with you and kind of reach out. Because if you think about our electromagnetic field, I think they say our energy, our body actually goes out 6 feet. Is it 6 feet or 8 feet from our body? Like our energy, goes 6 to 8 feet out from just our body. That's the messages. That's us sending out codes all the way out to wherever here. Think of how huge a trees is. Think how much space they take up. So if I'm walking past a tree, I mean, mine is going out 6 to 8 feet. However far the trees is, we're definitely interacting and we're definitely sharing space. We're definitely sharing energy. And so they are speaking to us. We are taking that in every time we walk past. So same in the vegetable garden or in your front garden. Anytime you're interacting with plants, you're bumping in to the energy, to their own unique vibration. And wouldn't it be cool to understand what that does for us and how that affects us? Wouldn't that be cool to understand if each plant does something unique? Like I said, I don't know. What I do know is from different transmissions I've done about plants and about the vegetable garden is that they do have protectors. They have elemental beings that interact with them and work with them specifically. And what I picked up on, it was like winged. And I think of fairies because they're like winged, glowing kind of orby things. And that just makes me think of fairy, right? But they have beings there that feed off of and work with the energy of the plants. I think that's cool. We also know that humans can affect plants Because I think there have been studies that have done. If you talk negatively around a plant, or you give off a negative vibration, or you have negative intentions, I think what they've found is that plant shrivels and dies. When you talk to a plant, when you nurture a plant, when you give it sustenance and life and your affection and your intention and attention, that plant thrives. That in and of itself is reiterating essentially what I'm saying. We affect each other. So I think it's really cool. And that's why it's been on my to-do list for such a long time. And earlier this morning, I was able to take one of the boys with me to the garden center and just walk around. It's one of my favorite things to do. It's where I get to dream and just envision and play in my mind about what's possible. And definitely with my ADHD hyperfixations, flowers in the summertime and plants in the summertime, that's what I think about a lot. I think about what I could be moving, what I can be placing here, what would look good. It's wild. So it's my hyperfixation in the warmer months, and I think it's a healthy one, as long as I'm not spending too many dollars. Because it can be an expensive hobby, right? Or a passion, because it feels like a passion to a lot of us. Excuse me. So let's go ahead and close our eyes, and let's start by asking the Akashic Records what the plants are here to do for us, how they affect us, all of the things I mentioned earlier. And I think it would also be cool, because I have done this before. If you've ever worked with the Akashic Records, my friend April likes to call it the ChatGPT. Excuse me. So you can program your Akashic Records to give you certain perspectives. So for example, I can ask from the perspective of ancient human beings, ones that were more in tune with the natural world. What do plants do for human beings? What do they mean to humanity? What do they mean to the earth? Or I can ask, I could pull in someone else. I could say, according to a horticulturist or a botanist, from a scientific perspective. And each time I should get something a little bit different. So it's really cool to be able to program your Akashic Records sessions that way and get some different perspectives. So I'm going to try that today too and see what we can find, as long as I have some time. But I want to go ahead and start by closing our eyes and doing a grounding meditation together, allowing the light, the channel, the messaging highway to open up in each one of us. And hopefully stay open. Keep your heart open. So close your eyes. Let's take a few deep breaths and just relax our body. And as you're relaxing your body and you're taking your deep breaths, go ahead and picture above you that loving, glorious white light above your head. Breathe it down into your forehead, into your crown. Down your face and down your throat. Allow it to relax your shoulders and your chest. Bring it out your arms and through your fingertips. Down your torso, through your hips, down your legs and your knees, allowing it to come out the soles of your feet down into the earth. Drawing that white light into the earth as far as you can possibly take it. Becoming like a plant, rooting in like a tree. Spreading out. And today I want to take my white light channel and just cover the earth with it. And it feels like the power within you to offer and bring light to the earth this way is real. It's not just a visualization that you have, you're actually doing it. And when we do it together, it just expounds and makes that intention stronger. It intensifies. So picture your golden light encircling and covering the whole planet Earth. And I even got, you can take it all the way out. It doesn't have to be Earth. You can take it out and have it cover and expand into all of creation. I haven't thought of that before. We're expanding our minds here. So I'm going to try that for a minute. And just think to myself, anything that has been lovingly created by our Mother, Father, God, our source, I wrap my golden light and my love around it. I send it, that energy. Because in this, I know my soul has not only just been here. It's not only just been earthbound. So incorporating that and including the all of creation, it makes you feel big. It makes you feel powerful in a way. It makes you feel huge, expansive. Yeah, and it definitely feels like my energetic body is taking up some big space at this point. I don't know, it's probably best for me to stay grounded, so I'm going to breathe my roots back down into Mother Earth again. Focusing my energy channel this way at the moment. And I almost can feel myself shrink down into a column more so than expansive out here when I do that. And take note of your body as well as you're doing this with me. Can you notice a difference when you expand and shrink? And then go and breathe that Mother Earth energy back up through your feet, up your legs, up your torso, out the top of your head. Finding that source energy up, way up in the sky, up in the universe. And settling yourself back there. Now I've already opened my Akashic Records. So let's go ahead and start by asking a question. And I'm going to start by asking, according to the EarthKeepers, according to the generations and generations of EarthKeepers that have spent time here on Earth, what is the meaning of plants? What do they give us? What do they teach us? What are they here to do? First and foremost, it feels like agriculture. I'm seeing people working in fields. And this is more ancient than a modern day field. This is I don't want to see it. It kind of reminds me of like a Native American, like indigenous culture that's working their land and planting the food that they will eat, or planting the food for the community, harvesting it, working that space. What does this imagery represent? Yeah, plants placed here for the people that live here. And not just for the people that live here, the other things that live here, the animals, other species of beings that live here. Utilizing the plants that way. Plants as well, also used in ceremony. I see smoke and almost like incense burning of plants. I'm seeing it's like someone blowing on the smoke of plants. Utilizing them to designate important or holy places this way. It's like this kind of clearing and cleansing movement with the smoke of the plants, but also breathing it into people's faces. So that's why I think like ceremonially utilized by the people. And also I'm seeing plants like mashed up into drinks. Or things be up. It still feels like celebration or gatherings where the plants were kind of mashed up and used and passed around and shared among people. Also inducing like out-of-body experiences. I see like soul elevating out of a body after drinking some mashed up plants. Using it to meet themselves is what I'm hearing. Their true self, themselves. Yeah, and plants used as to smoke yourself. Now, on an inherent level, we know all of these things already about the uses of plants in throughout our human history. But is there anything that we don't know that has been lost to us about the plants? The roots and the tubers. The roots underneath, like the rhizomes underneath. Many of them are exceptionally important. But that information has been lost. That's kind of a lost art almost. But many of those that interact with and live beneath the soil are the most potent part of the plant. That's where they get the information from the earth directly. So they are the strongest. That's where you get your strongest medicine or your strongest effect from plant. It's the root. It's like those spaces talk to the earth or the soil around them. They're getting codes, messages from the earth. It's how the earth speaks through and to plants is through the root system. there anything else that is a kind of hidden or lost wisdom about the plants? I'm seeing someone feeding their animals, like cows, almost our livestock, living live plants. What does this represent? Living things need living food. So it's almost this contrast of the dried feed and seed that you give to your animals, your horses or your cows, is not the proper nutrition for these beings, these beautiful creatures. The live plants is what they need to really thrive and to live their fullest expression. We know for the most part that if an animal eats live plants, it will be a healthy animal. Yeah, it almost feels the same for human beings. Eating live foods, live plants, mashed up fruits or vegetables, leaves. You can think of, like I'm thinking of sweet potatoes, like root vegetables, or you can think of harvested food from the earth as a gift of information for your body. And essentially should be looked on as like a treasure, like it has information stored within it. It has something special within it. That once eaten lights your body up in a very wonderful way. And I'm still seeing a person eating a cooked sweet potato. What does a sweet potato tell our body? Anything specific? Well, yeah, I think it tells each body something different, what they need. But it's almost like you're ingesting light. You're ingesting light, bringing light inside your body. And it almost feels like as it's in your stomach, it's sending off and shooting off all of these different light tendrils that are going all over the place in your body. Yeah, so finding living foods in this way, finding foods from the earth, provides an internal light bulb, if you will, of energy. Your body functions differently when you can eat foods like this. And they make you feel younger, keep you younger and more vibrant. Like vitality, life force energy. It creates a stronger connection with you and the earth as well. Eating from the place that you're from keeps you grounded in a way, connected, grounded. It keeps your body in sync and in harmony with the earth. Almost kind of like you have you move in the same way. Your vibration is similar. You're not like out of balance or kind of giving off a different type of static. Those same waves are moving through you that move through the earth. And often it feels like that the people that eat of living foods like this, eat foods from the earth, spend more time outside in nature and with the earth as well. They're drawn to that type of lifestyle. And like, if I'm thinking of things that are processed or cooked or things that aren't that way, it feels so just bland, empty. Empty is a good word. It's almost like your sweet potato and your root vegetable, I'm thinking like ramps or onions. Those provide your body something so incredibly vibrant. Your body looks alive, looks like it's full of vitality and energy and golden light. When we contrast it and show it next to processed food, or even like food that you find in your kitchen, in your pantry, any of those foods, it feels lifeless. Lifeless. It's gray versus golden. I mean, that's the contrast that I'm seeing. That's incredible. Yeah, and it's saying cook from the harvest, the bounties. It actually, what I'm being shown is like a farmer's market hall where it's just overflowing with plant foods that you've purchased. And that's what you keep in the house. Like I'm seeing strawberries and leafy greens and yeah, so many different things that you can fill up on and choose to eat. That should be your grocery store, is what they said. But even thinking about, like comparing other foods, thinking about like a salad with ranch dressing, it feels lifeless compared to what you're finding harvested outside or growing yourself even. How do you keep the vitality and the energy in the plant after harvesting? It's like you harvest and then you eat it. But the farmer's market, the food that you're getting from local farmers, that feels alive and vital and fresh. It's just the supermarket that I keep thinking about, like your packaged lettuces, your spinach. Those feel like they have literally nothing in them, which is just incredible. It's wild. Is there anything else from EarthKeepers' perspective that we should know about the plants? It's like something about pumpkins as storage. What is this? It's like it's showing me pumpkins and then like rolling down a hill. But also this feeling of like those are like those as storage vegetables. What does this represent? The pumpkins rolling down a hill. Yeah. Interacting and being playful in nature is what it feels like. The children running after the pumpkins down the hill, laughing and having fun. This was our form of entertainment. Before like balls, like that's what I'm getting. Before accessories or toys or anything like this, we used the plants to play with and bring joy in our lives. And the forest was like a wonderland, a playground. A place to go and use your imagination and just explore. And we utilized it in every way possible. It's wonderful. That's cool. So I want to actually switch gears and ask about the seeders of earth, the planters, the ones that themselves placed and created the plants here, placed them here on earth, created our natural landscapes, designed it all. I want to ask them what the purpose of the plants were. Why did you place them here and why so many? How do we speak to them? It feels like there's a nerdy group of people up there. Sorry. That are very excited about this, that are very excited about the plants, and makes them happy. Like their pet project. They nerd out over the plants for sure. Can you tell me about the plants and about planting the earth? Like, they were the first scientists here on Earth to expand and explore and to breed them and watch them grow. It's almost like they brought things here and then crossed them with other things. The original scientists. The original botanists or horticulturists, whichever makes sense. And they very much enjoyed it, keeping notes and keeping track of how their experiments went. And there's this love of the difference in variegation and vegetation. A fern's shape and leaf structure versus an oak tree's. There's real excitement and passion there about the differences. And now they're showing me even the desert animal or the desert plants. How very different than an oak tree and than a fern. It's like, how exciting. It's like that was their special task. That was their specific group of them. That was their job. And it was so fun. And each plant that was introduced was coded for that specific region almost. Each place on the earth has a different, I want to say, code. And so all of the plants and the beings that reside in that place, well, I'm just seeing plants, but all the plants that reside in that space have to have a matching code or matching. Is it a frequency or vibration? Somebody the other day I saw a video that they're two different things, frequency and vibration. I should ask and get clarity on that, what the difference is, but right now it seems I'm interchanging them or using them to mean the same thing, I guess. But they all have to vibrate kind of at the same, they have to match the landscape. That's why when you go to different locales, different landscapes, the plants are so different. You don't see like an agave plant necessarily naturally in the swamplands, I don't think, or like an Appalachian forest. You don't see a cactus there. It's because those trees are coded to be in those spaces. How and why did we go about doing it this way? It's like, what do you mean? That's just how it works. That's just how it is. And the plants themselves, it's the backdrop for life. It's like the stage setting. The props. The landscapes create the scene for us to live in or live on, sets a stage for us. Why so many different environments on planet Earth? And it was like, you should see what the universe looks like, all the different environments. The Earth is so green. It's so full of vegetation. It's very unique. It almost feels like the Wild Wild West, or like, but like the kind of what is it? Like the rugged frontier planet with all this natural life, natural wildlife. It's you come here to be an explorer. And part of the reason that we are here is to experience the landscape itself, to hike the trails and see the natural wonders. That gets to be part of your soul's expansion too. So quit keeping yourself cooped up in your house. Your soul wants to see these things. It's not every day you get to climb the top of a mountain and see a waterfall. That's a big deal. That's a huge imprint on your soul. To see the natural, the creation around you. That's soul changing. That's life changing. And it's like, we got to do that. Like, we got to be a part of that. Since you're here, how does the vibration of the plants speak to us as human beings? Like, how does it work? How does their energy interact with ours? It's musical almost. Ding, 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 ding. Like, as you move past plant to plant, it lights up and makes the sound. The sound waves, energy waves, you get to experience each plant's different, unique sound. And it makes me think, and I'm thinking of, if you've seen online, excuse me, they put a machine, they connect a machine to plants, like they do it with, I know, mushrooms, fungi, but also with other plants. And you get to hear what the unique vibration, unique sound is from each plant. And that's what they're showing me. So if I'm walking past a fern, you get to hear the fern song. Ding. And then you walk past something else, it ding. Or, you know what I mean? And so everything's like ding, 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 blah, 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 whatever the sound is. Everything that you pass and interact with makes a different sound. But how does this affect our body, our energy field? Oh, so the nature around you, especially like if you're in a forest, drowns. It's almost like it is all encompassing. The energy and the sound from the plants and the natural world around you, that your body it doesn't take in anything else. It's just, and that's why it's so easy to kind of lose your thoughts and just immerse yourself in nature. Why you feel different after being outside. Because it's like your electromagnetic field, your body is like vibrating with all the noise. It can't, the thing inside your brain, you can't hear it. Your body can't hear it. Because all the noise and the commotion and all going around you at one time. And what's crazy is when we walk through a forest, we think of like peace and silence. Our brain, it like quiets. And I think it's because you're interacting, all the vibration around you is taking up so much space. Yeah, it's meant to do that on purpose. That's what they said. And it's almost like so proud of themselves. That's the reaction I'm getting. What else? Something like similar to this. What else do we not know about the plants? What they do for us? The colors. Something about the colors as well. What do the colors signify? Or what do they do? The color of a flower that you look at affects your brainwaves too. That affects your mental state as well. So I'm seeing like a almost like bluebells, this very pale light blue color. When I look at it, it's sending me a message through my eyes and through my eyes. What kind of message does it send? It almost is like this calming, peaceful feeling, and it goes all the way through my skull, through my brain. It calms. It calms and quiets it. What if I look at a yellow flower? What if I look at yellow? It stimulates almost another part of your body. I feel it in a different part of my body. Yeah, red, I feel it in my chest. Green, you kind of just feel floaty. What else? Red. What about orange? That one I feel in my head too, but that one doesn't make me feel as calm. No. That one's kind of stimulating almost. So my natural inclination is to come back to this pale blue. To be restful and peaceful with the blue. White also feels calm, but not as calm as blue. It just kind of feels it's like a placeholder almost. Like it's just give space. What about a dark purple? That one I kind of feel like in here. And why does the color of the flowers evoke different things in our body? Different reactions inside of us. When you meditate on the color of a flower, or even on the shape of the flower, the shape and the color of the flower, it awakens a memory code, or it speaks to a part of your brain that maybe you're not always using or not aware of. Like if I'm looking at this blue, light blue flower, it feels like it goes through my brain and is just speaking to this part of my head, my brain. It goes through everything and is like settling here. And I think that that's a portion of our brain. What does this portion of our brain do? It's like kind of, oh my gosh, where that portion of our brain, it feels like that's where stored memory is. So we recognize the color in the stored memory place. And this is wild because for some reason I'm picking up in this spot right here as like the stored memory of like almost like past lives or past human experiences. I think that's what they're saying. That's where that old information is stored back there. So that place in your brain kind of recognizes the blue and is soothed by it, right? That color. There's a piece that's soothed and calmed. Does everyone have the same reaction to color? Or is it different for everybody? No, some people could feel it up here. No, it's different. Yeah, it's different based on like the different centers, different energy centers, memory centers, I guess. I'm also getting that those colors of certain plants indicate where healing can happen. So I was getting red for the heart space, like red flowers. What does this represent? Can you tell me more about this? Yeah, the different colors can speak to different areas in your body. And this, in a way, is how plant medicine works, too. It's not just about ingesting. There's healing in just looking and being with the plants and the flowers. Just gazing at them. And I almost get the hint or the feeling that if a flower pops in, like say on your social media feed, okay? Say if you get a certain flower that pops in up on your screen, it's almost that maybe you needed to see this particular plant or color. That your body maybe needs to experience that in that moment. That's why there are so many different arrays of colors of flowers and shapes of flowers, different plants all over the place. Because you need a little bit of everything. Each heals in a different way, or each helps. How do we work more with the flowers? How do we work more with the plants to aid our bodies, to change our experience? Oh, I just saw a big bouquet and just smell them. Experience them, be with them, touch them, feel them, breathe them in. How does this help? It's like they were made to be cherished in this way. They were made to be experienced in this way. They were made to be witnessed. They were placed to be witnessed. So the more flowers, the better, is what I'm hearing. What I'm seeing. All right. Seeders and planters of the earth. Anything else you'd like to tell us about the plants and how they interact with us? They're energetic beings that are attached to each plant. So they support other life just besides our own. I'm seeing little white balls, little white orbs. Even around a plant like this, an indoor plant. That we don't necessarily see. But they support the life of those things as well. And the more plants that you have in a space, the more light beings that carry a certain vibration, the more of them there are. Which means that your whole space vibrates and hums to a higher degree, a higher level. You can tell the difference when you walk into a place, a garden perhaps, that's just bursting with flowers and plants. It feels so different. You feel a magical sense. You feel like something so enchanting about the space. And you can almost know inside of yourself that other beings share the space too. Other beings exist here. You can feel them almost. Wow, it feels very very magical, enchanting energy when there's like a garden that's bursting. And it takes your breath away. It can absolutely take your breath away. You step into a different realm almost, a different reality. And the plants create that. They create the foundation to invite the magic in. Well, thank you. That was cool. The last perspective that I want to get from our session here is I want to ask the Mother Creator of all things, who has been visiting us often in our messages. Divine Feminine Mother Creator, Mother of all things. Please tell me your perspective about the plants. What do they mean to you, and how do they relate to us? Oh, and she said, oh, this is my garden. Kind of like the earth. And I see a female just kind of scooping up plants, flowers, just holding them and taking a deep breath and loving them as much as an avid gardener would, right? What do you have to tell us about the plants, the flowers? If nothing else, this is part of life this is part of the creation that is meant to be enjoyed and meant to be explored. If nothing else, this is a feast for your eyes. A part of the fun, a part of the playground. Yeah, the most beautiful garden that you can imagine. And I flow and exist in all of it. Feeling so at home and alive in the garden, in the plants, in the flowers. You feel me so much in those spaces. Feel the difference, even when I say like a garden bursting with flowers and bursting with life versus a grass lawn. And she says, well, I reside in both. You can feel the difference inside your body even when you speak about the flowers, when you speak about a garden overflowing, the life that lives there. I get to dance and play in those spaces. The hummingbirds. What about the hummingbirds? The hummingbirds as like an ultimate symbol of playfulness. When you see hummingbirds, that's what they are meant to invoke, this playfulness, they're special. And when you have them, they're a very good symbol, a very good sign that you have created something, or that here is where the spirit lives, like an excess of spirit, an excess of life. Where the hummingbirds are, it's almost like this is where the fairies, the elemental beings come to play. That's how you know. And the bees, of course, they added another layer of sound and vibration to the space that it's, absolute wonderland of activity, of vibration, of sound, of color, of light. And the mother says, I'm most happy in the garden. This is why so many women are drawn, or so many people in general, but so many women are drawn to a garden space. We understand that our own life purpose is reflected in the world around us when we work with the plants. It is an extension of the Creator. It is another representation of Creator energy. I, as the mother of all creation, witness my children, the women, also becoming creators themselves. Painting their reality, painting their habitat, birthing their ideas in this way. They get a hint of how big they truly are in the garden. Very much like birthing a child. But this is so very different. Human life is kind of one thing, but when it comes to a garden and creating, becoming the creator of a garden space, having your hand in all aspects of the growing process for these plants that you choose and include, they get to taste a piece of the bigger me, the bigger them. They touch me when they work outside like this, when they work in the garden like this. They're allowing the essence of me to work through them, for them to embody me. There's a bigness, there's a power that comes from that. Yeah, it's this beautiful embodiment of the mother, creator, working in the garden. And it feels like it kind of keeps your energy, it keeps your heart, and keeps your channel open There's this merging and meshing of the two. Anything else, Mother Creator, about the plants? Anything else you wish us to know before we leave today? It's like, see as many different ones as you can. See as many different things as you can in this life. Expand your mind. It's fun. See all that we've created. Thank you, Mother of all things. Mother Creator. Thank you. All right, I'm going to go ahead and close my Akashic Records. So I'm finishing today with a little friend. I have a friend that's come to visit. I think that was pretty awesome. And I'm glad I took the time to tap into a whole bunch of different energies, different perspectives. Like, how neat is that? I loved this. And I'm glad I finally can check this one off my list. It felt very enlightening, especially about what the plants do for us, the vibration, the sound that they emit into our, like our energy body. That's so cool. I love it. I can't wait to watch this back and learn something and absorb actually what was shared. I hope you've loved it too. It's so fun. Now I can't wait to go outside and work in the garden, plant some more flowers, make it that magical, mystical place. So like the message from Sunday said, get outside more. That's what I cannot wait to do. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. We're going to go play outside, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.